Yeah.
What's up?
Smile woman.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, so, let's get right into it. I think that one of the most integral parts of being a basketball player is trash talking. I don't. It's not necessary. It definitely isn't. There are some great basketball players who play the game and don't say a word. Damian Lillard, I think, is a good professional basketball player who doesn't really use a lot of trash talking with words. I mean, you see more so of him just doing, this, or even, doing something like this, or by more so hand signals than using words. But I think that, and this is for me personally, I think that trash talking has become a big part of the game of basketball, and there have been some huge trash talkers in the game. I'm talking about guys that will talk about your mama, guys that will talk about your clothes, your outfits, they'll talk about whatever you were doing over the summer, they'll talk about your lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, they'll talk about your game, they'll talk about everything, you know. I think that, trash talking during the game is something that becomes a part of it, mainly with arrogance. I was telling you about this before, confidence, cockiness, and arrogance. I think once you get up to that arrogance level, that's when trash talking comes out. Some of the biggest trash talkers in the game, you know what I'm saying, that I personally have known and seen. Kevin Garnett, way up there. Kevin Garnett, way up there, is one of those. Gary Payton might be either the top or, one of the top three trash talkers in the NBA. You got guys like Rasheed Wallace. He used to talk a lot of crap. You know what I'm saying? Talk a lot of trash. And this is stuff. These are guys who, they would talk trash to get you straight thrown off of your game. Like your whole game will be thrown off just by the things that they're saying to you. And that's the whole purpose of trash talking, is to do that. Is to kind of get you unfocused. If you hit one or two shots and somebody starts trash talking you, next thing you know, you come down, you're unweathered, you're bothered, and you can't hit the shot like you could, you can't dribble the ball like you can, your concentration's off, and it's a technique. To most of these guys that are good trash talkers, it's a huge technique. In the current NBA, we were just talking about this the other day with my guys at the gym. One of the biggest trash talkers now is Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is just sitting there talking stuff to him every time he hitting the shot, man. He whapping, you know what I'm saying? He running at the mouth on him, you know what I mean? Telling him, look, you can't stop me, man. You can't hold me, man. You can't guard me. Y'all trash. You garbage. And, it gets into your brain, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're a superstar, if you're considered on the superstar level in the professional basketball world, and somebody's just, blocking you three after three, you know what I'm saying? And you in the face, and they splashing in your face, and then they talking trash to you. It can make your mental, you know what I'm saying? It can make it heavy on your mental, you got to get refocused or whatever again, so trash talking is a big part of the game, but my thing is that with trash talking there's a responsibility. I think there's a code to trash talking. I think there's a few things that you have to do, right? One of those things is, I feel this is me personally, you don't talk about somebody's family. You don't talk about the mom, you don't talk about the wives, you don't talk about the kids. You know what I'm saying? Once you get into that, you'll probably start going into, the areas of fighting words. You're leaving just trash talking and you're going into an area where you're offending somebody's, whole family and whole livelihood. So you got to refrain from that. Refrain from talking about people's family, their mamas and their children, and their wives. Just me personally, I try to keep it to me. My trash talking is more so about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned while coaching, actually, I learned a technique a referee, you know, something going off in the referee, I'm talking crazy, I'm telling them, you know, saying it was a bad call, you know what I'm saying, like how horrible, you know, saying ref, what kind of ref, you need glasses and all that kind of stuff, and they take me up, right? So, you know, halfway, at halftime, you know, he gives me this tech during the first half, and at halftime I asked him, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what's the deal? Why you know, so why you on me? You know what I mean? Why you know, playing my team like this or whatever like this? He said, look, first of all, let me let you know something. He said, don't talk to me. Talk to your players. He's like, if you direct everything you're saying to your players, I'm not going to take you up because you're not talking to me. He said, once you start talking to me, you're offending me personally. And it gave me an insight, like, okay, wow, you know what I'm saying? So things I started to do, even the things that I was, even pretty much the same things I was yelling, I was more so yelling at my team, like, y'all, don't worry about the referees. We don't need the referees, man. We can do this without them. Man, don't worry about it. It was a bad call. We all know it was a bad call. Just go out there and play. So I started yelling that kind of stuff to my teammates, and the referees just going walking up and down the court, not even bothering me about it. I'm like, whoa, okay, bam. And trash talking, I kind of apply the same thing. As long as I'm not directing it to you personally, as long as you're not directing it to somebody personally, like with their personal things outside of basketball, it's different. You know, people don't take it as serious. Like I remember one time I was at the gym and I was hooping. My boy Elijah Hanna attested this, man. One time we hooping at YMCA over South Minneapolis. And I'm you know me, I'm cooking, right? So I'm one of the biggest trash talkers, you know, except for Minnesota, man. Like that's straight up, you know me. I'm gonna talk that shit on the court, man. I'm gonna make that shit happen, but I'm gonna back it up. Um, so, so I'm talking trash, man. I'm talking all this kind of stuff, man. I'm talking about people, you know, whatever. I'm talking about this dude, man. This big old dude, man. Big old dude, dread braids and everything. So I go, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking trash, whatever dude starts coming to the cup. You know me, I'm pretty much one of the best defenders on ball, one-on-one defenders out of the state, right? So dude comes to the basket, and I'm like, you know me, I'm gonna meet you at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody ever in this world gonna tell you the opposite. I'm gonna meet you at the rim. I don't care. I don't even fear nobody, right? So he comes to the bucket like he about to throw that down. So I'm like, all right, hold up, not in this gym, right? So I go to meet him, two hands, boom. I got the ball in my hand, I got him, and then boom, he come down because he didn't make that basket. So he come down on the side. I'm over there talking to him like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come to my house, He get up, he mad. I'm talking about this is a big old dude. I'm talking about his fist had to be like this big, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I know because the nigga started charging me, came up, big dude, just like, I was like, oh snap, like damn, nigga hit me. I was like, what the fuck? So I start gassing up, like, what the fuck, nigga, gonna put my fucking hands on me or whatever. My boy Elijah grabbed me, like, man, let's go. Because apparently Elijah knew who he was and, you know what I'm saying, who all he knew, you know what I'm saying? But this was when I was younger and stuff, you know, I hadn't been in the streets all yet. So, you know, he got me out of there safe, whatever, about this me. So, but anyways, back to topic at hand. Trash talking. I think one of the biggest things about trash talking is the second biggest thing, which should be the second, which I think the first biggest thing is important because, like I said, you don't make it personal. But I think the second biggest thing could be the first biggest thing. The second biggest thing is backing it up. You have to back it up. You got to back it up. You have to back up your trash talking. You can't sit there and talk trash and be garbage. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended. You can't talk trash and be garbage. So if you go come up in there talking trash, you know what I'm saying, back that shit up like me. See, I'm the type of dude, I would back this shit up. First of all, I don't even really talk trash unless I need to. So like I'm at the gym this past Sunday, I'm hooping with the guys, and it's always when new dudes is in the gym. So always when new guys come in the gym, and you know they up in there talking that trash, you know what I'm saying, with dudes like, oh, what's up, old man? What's up, old man? I said, oh man, okay, all right. So I'm like, get the ball on the break. I'm like, yeah. He start reaching, nigga. I'm like, nigga, go behind the back, nigga, crossover, nigga, go to the rack, nigga, pearl it up. You know what I'm saying, like Earl of Pearl. And dude's like, yeah, get that out of here. I'm like, nah, player goes around the rim, dude drops in. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, boy, don't let the gray hair fool you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I come down, we hit again, hit a couple of shots, you know what I'm saying? Bam. And all of a sudden, you know, so I hit the game winner. After the game winner, you know me. I'm going crazy. So I'm up in here like, nigga, this is my gym. This is my gym. You know what I'm saying? You better know you better know the profile. You better know the roster before you come to the gym talking. You know what I'm saying? This is my gym right here. You know, so I'm clowning. That's me. I'm talking stuff. That's what I do. Right? So I'm telling you, the art of trash talking is a very important, integral tactical maneuver when it comes to basketball and sports, because you got to get into their head, man. You get into their head, people freeze up, man. They change up, man, and they lose all mental abilities in the game. You know what I'm saying? You can really get into people's heads, man. Like I said, KG was really huge in doing that. My brother was pretty big at doing that too. Like just talking trash in the game, not loud enough for everybody to hear, but loud enough for that one player, for a player that you trying to get at to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And get under their skin and get under their head and change the whole game and course of the game just because of that. So, you know, like I said, there's a technique to it. But you have to be careful. You have to be respectful when you're trash talking, but at the same time, be aggressive, be arrogant as hell. You gotta be arrogant as hell to trash talk. You know what I'm saying? You can't trash talk, you know, like nice. You can't trash talk nice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come with a little bit of arrogance and flair. You know, you gotta make people feel like, you know, they're less than you. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta make people feel like you the man. Like, you coming at the game, like, this game need me. So, you know, trash talking, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of basketball. It doesn't need to be done. You know, it's something that a lot of people just go out there and just play the game. You know, a lot of people just let their game talk. They don't say nothing at all. They just go out there and do what they gotta do. Kyrie Irving is a big player, professional player that's like that. You know, he just goes out there, does what he has to do. I think Steph Curry is a good player that just goes out there and plays the game. He talks a little bit, but not to the extreme of where he can be offensive or, you know, overly aggressive against people. But like, I mean, it's because it's like I said, you really trash talking is not needed, but I think it is something that affects the flow of the game, because it's going to affect the person that you're playing against. So, and it's a tactical maneuver. So, you know what I'm saying? But you got to use it right. There's rules to it. So just don't offend the rules. Stick to the code. Don't talk about people's mamas, families, wives, and, you know, back it up. I think those are the two most important things. You apply those two, man, you can talk trash all over the place, man. And, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's funny, man. Sometimes it's cool. Sometimes a lot of people respect it, man. Shoot, I mean, speaking of respected, you know what I'm saying? Most people know that's me. Like, when I talk about trap, people know that's me. They know. They're like, oh, they got them started. So, so yeah. Like I said, it's something that I know a lot about. So, trash talking, man. Stay safe out there, players. Get your game on, man. Get your ball on. And keep talking that shit. I'll let your boy.
Make it slack. Hey, put your life on the line for this, you don't deserve it. Yeah. Smile at one my